Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we dive into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most captivating stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Chadwick Boseman. Born on November 29, 1976, in Anderson, South Carolina, Chadwick Aaron Boseman entered the world during a time of significant social change. The United States was still grappling with the aftermath of the civil rights movement, and the seeds of future social justice movements were being sown. This backdrop would later influence Boseman's choice of roles and his commitment to portraying characters who embodied strength, resilience, and the struggle for equality. As a child growing up in the Deep South, Chadwick was surrounded by the remnants of a tumultuous past, from the faded signs of segregation-era businesses to the whispers of ancestral stories passed down through generations. Chadwick's early life was rooted in a strong family bond, with his mother, Carolyn Mattress Boseman, working as a nurse at the local hospital, and his father, Leroy Boseman, managing an upholstery business that had been in the family for years. His parents' influence not only provided stability but also nurtured Chadwick's creative side. The Boseman household was filled with music, as his mother sang in the church choir, her powerful voice echoing through the halls of their modest home on Cedar Street. This exposure would later shape his appreciation for the arts and instill in him a deep love for the soulful sounds of gospel and jazz. Growing up in Anderson, South Carolina, a city with a complex history of racial tension and economic challenges, had a profound impact on Chadwick's worldview. He attended T.L. Hanna High School, where he began to explore his passion for writing and acting. Boseman's experiences during these formative years, including the friendships he forged with classmates from diverse backgrounds and the challenges he faced as a young African-American man in a predominantly white community, laid the groundwork for his future as a storyteller and an advocate for social justice. He recalls the countless hours spent poring over books on history, literature, and philosophy, devouring the words of authors like James Baldwin, Langston Hughes, and Toni Morrison, who would later become beacons of inspiration for his own creative journey. The historical context of Chadwick's early years cannot be overstated. The late 1970s and 1980s saw the rise of figures like Muhammad Ali and Nelson Mandela, who became symbols of resistance and triumph over adversity. These icons, along with the rich cultural heritage of African-American history and literature, would later influence portrayal of legendary figures such as Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and Thurgood Marshall. As a young boy, Chadwick watched in awe as his parents and grandparents shared stories of their own struggles and triumphs during the civil rights movement, their voices filled with a mix of sadness, anger, and hope. These oral traditions would later inform his approach to storytelling, as he sought to honor the memories of those who came before him, while also shedding light on the complexities of the African-American experience. Chadwick's introduction to the world of acting came through writing and directing plays while still in high school. His talent and dedication caught the attention of his teachers, who encouraged him to pursue a career in the arts. After graduating from high school in 1995, Boseman enrolled at Howard University in Washington, D.C. to study directing. This period marked a significant turning point in his life as he began to navigate the intersection of art and identity, themes that would become central to his body of work. At Howard, Chadwick was part of a vibrant community of young artists and intellectuals, where he was surrounded by like-minded individuals who shared his passion for creative expression and social justice. As he walked through the historic campus of Howard University, Chadwick felt a sense of pride and belonging that he had never experienced before. The university's strong tradition of fostering African-American talent in the arts provided Boseman with a nurturing environment where he could explore his creativity without bounds. His time at Howard not only honed his craft, but also deepened his understanding of the power of storytelling as a tool for social commentary and change. He spent countless hours attending lectures, workshops, and performances, soaking up knowledge and inspiration from renowned artists and scholars like Felicia Rashad, Debbie Allen, and Amiri Baraka. One particular anecdote that stands out from this period is Chadwick's involvement in the Howard University Players, a theater troupe that allowed him to hone his acting chops and experiment with different characters and styles. Under the guidance of his mentors, Boseman began to develop his unique approach to performance, one that blended elements of realism, poetry, and activism. This early experimentation would later inform his iconic portrayals of historical figures, as he sought to capture the essence of their struggles and triumphs, while also infusing them with a sense of contemporary relevance. The seeds sown during these formative years would eventually blossom into a career that celebrated the triumphs and struggles of the human spirit, leaving an indelible mark on the world of entertainment and beyond. As Chadwick Boseman transitioned from his formative years to the professional sphere, he began to make a name for himself in the entertainment industry, leaving an indelible mark on the world of acting and beyond. The historic campus, nestled in the heart of Washington, D.C., had provided Boseman with a fertile ground for creative expression and intellectual exploration. As he set out to pursue a career in acting and writing, he carried with him the lessons learned from his professors and peers, as well as the rich cultural heritage of the African-American community that Howard University embodied. Boseman's early work included writing and directing for various theater companies, including the Hip Hop Theater Festival and the Classical Theater of Harlem. These experiences not only honed his craft, but also introduced him to a network of professionals who would later become instrumental in shaping his career. The Hip Hop Theater Festival, in particular, provided Boseman with a platform to experiment with innovative storytelling methods, blending elements of hip-hop music, dance, and theater to create a unique brand of performance art. As he navigated the vibrant world of New York City's theater scene, Boseman began to develop his distinctive voice and style, one that would eventually captivate audiences on stage and screen. In 2003, Boseman made the bold decision to move to Los Angeles, a city that has long been synonymous with the entertainment industry. As he settled into his new surroundings, he began landing small roles on television shows such as Third Watch and Law & Order, as well as appearances in off-Broadway productions like Romeo and Juliet at the Classical Theater of Harlem. These early experiences not only helped Boseman refine his acting skills, but also introduced him to a diverse range of characters and storylines, from the gritty realism of crime dramas to the poetic grandeur of Shakespearean tragedy. As he delved into the world of sports drama, Boseman discovered a new passion for exploring the complexities of athletic achievement and the human spirit. His performance in The Express earned him critical acclaim and recognition within the industry, paving the way for future roles that would cement his status as a leading man. Boseman's breakthrough role came in 2013 when he played Jackie Robinson in the biographical film 42. Directed by Brian Helgeland, the movie chronicled Robinson's historic signing with the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1945, breaking Major League Baseball's color barrier. Boseman's performance as Robinson earned him widespread critical acclaim and recognition within the industry. His portrayal captured not only the athlete's determination and resilience, but also his vulnerability and humanity, bringing a sense of authenticity and emotional depth to the role. As he prepared for the film, Boseman immersed himself in Robinson's life story, studying the baseball legend's memoirs, interviewing family members, and even learning to play baseball with a level of skill that would have made Robinson proud. The success of 42 led to more prominent roles for Boseman, including his portrayal of James Brown in the 2014 biographical film Get On Up. Directed by Tate Taylor, the movie explored Brown's life, from his childhood to his rise as a music legend. Boseman's performance as Brown was widely praised, with many noting his impressive dancing and singing abilities, which added authenticity to the role. As he embodied the spirit of the Godfather of Soul, Boseman discovered a new appreciation for the power of music to transcend boundaries and bring people together. In 2016, Boseman took on the iconic role of Thurgood Marshall in the biographical film Marshall. Directed by Reginald Hudlin, the movie focused on a pivotal case early in Marshall's career as a lawyer for the NAACP. Boseman's portrayal of Marshall highlighted his commanding presence and ability to convey the complexity of historical figures. As he delved into the world of courtroom drama, Boseman discovered a new respect for the legal system and the courageous individuals who have shaped its history. His performance in Marshall was a powerful tribute to the legacy of Thurgood Marshall, a true champion of justice and equality. Boseman's involvement in the Marvel Cinematic Universe began with his casting as T'Challa Black Panther in 2016. He first appeared as the character in Captain America: Civil War, directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. Directed by Ryan Coogler, Black Panther became a cultural phenomenon, celebrating African culture and identity while exploring themes of power, responsibility, and community. As he embodied the spirit of the Black Panther, Boseman discovered a new sense of purpose and pride, using his platform to amplify the voices and stories of marginalized communities around the world. I think the most important thing about Black Panthers is that it's not just a movie, it's a movement, Boseman said in an interview. It's a chance for us to celebrate our heritage, to explore our identity, and to imagine a better future for ourselves and our communities. As he looked out at the sea of fans who had gathered to celebrate the film's release, Boseman knew that he had become part of something much larger than himself, a cultural phenomenon that would continue to inspire and empower generations to come. As Chadwick Boseman's career continued its meteoric rise, he remained steadfast in his commitment to leveraging his platform to bring attention to pressing social and cultural issues that had long been overlooked. The year 2020 was particularly significant, as he starred in the Netflix film Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, a cinematic adaptation of August Wilson's play of the same name. Boseman's portrayal of Levy Green, a talented but troubled trumpet player, earned him widespread critical acclaim and numerous award nominations, solidifying his position as one of Hollywood's most versatile and talented actors. His performance was marked by a depth and nuance that underscored his remarkable range, effortlessly conveying the complexities and vulnerabilities of his character. The film itself was a powerful exploration of the African-American experience during the 1920s, delving into themes of racism, identity, and the struggles of Black artists in a society dominated by white gatekeepers. Boseman's involvement in the project was more than just a professional endeavor. It was a personal passion that allowed him to pay tribute to his own heritage and the rich cultural legacy of African-American music. As he delved deeper into the character of Levy Green, he found himself drawn to the parallels between the trumpet player's struggles and his own experiences as a Black artist in a predominantly white industry. Despite his success, Boseman faced personal challenges that would have been insurmountable for many. In 2016, he had been diagnosed with colon cancer, a diagnosis he kept private from the public eye, choosing instead to focus on his work and his family. The experience of living with cancer had a profound impact on Boseman's perspective, allowing him to reevaluate his priorities and focus on what truly mattered. He became even more deliberate in his choices, seeking out projects that aligned with his values and passions, and using his platform to amplify the voices of marginalized communities. As he navigated the complexities of his illness, he found solace in his work, using the creative process as a means of catharsis and healing. Chadwick Boseman passed away on August 28, 2020, at the age of 43, surrounded by his loved ones. The news of his death sent shockwaves around the world, with fans and fellow actors alike paying tribute to his remarkable life and legacy. In the aftermath of his passing, Boseman's legacy has only continued to grow, inspiring a new generation of artists, activists, and leaders to follow in his footsteps. His friend and colleague, Michael B. Jordan, observed, "Chadwick's impact on the world will be felt for generations to come. He was a true hero, both on and off the screen." The establishment of the Chadwick Boseman Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarships and support to young artists, is just one example of the many initiatives that have been launched in his honor. Boseman's commitment to showcasing the richness and complexity of African-American culture has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, paving the way for a new generation of storytellers and artists. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold, reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.